Chapter 12 of the Angel, called Revelations. First, they talk about this woman. She had the moon under her feet, clothed with the sun, and impregnated with a child. So she gives birth to a son and a child. So this represents that woman. But this presentation is about the dragon. So we're going to refer to chapter 12 to explain what the dragon is all about. So it starts out with the woman. So let's move on to the next to the next page. Now, here is the dragon. This is the angel key. You put this together, this is the angel key. So every chapter has to be the angel key. The symbols may change, but the key remains the same. So in this case, they talked about the key relative to the dragon. So we use those symbols in this case. So we see a dragon. And this dragon has 7 heads and 10 horns and a fiery red tail. That's what we see here. We see the 7 heads are the European countries. The 10 horns, 6 of them the Oriental countries, and 4 of them the Asian countries. And we see the Prince of Saudi there, right? Okay, that is the dragon. The dragon represents the house of Saud. The angel reveals to us that they are not even Arabs. They're Indians that the British put on the throne to guarantee the flow of oil to America and Britain and to Europe in general. And in return, they would guarantee, they would protect their seat on the throne because they could not entrust that to Arab Muslims. So they're masquerading as Arab Muslims. But the angel tells us they're actually Indian Hindus. So that's the dragon. Okay? And there's this 7 heads with crowns upon his heads. That's what that means. And then 10 horns, then you see a tail. Right? We show it as the wind there. But that's the fiery red tail. And above that is the woman. You put the whole thing together and you have the angel key. We still hear the falling away of the son of perdition. Now he's sitting in Elijah's seat. And the woman has fled into the wilderness. So let's talk about chapter 12. That's what's going on here. See, the great falling away first, and then the son of perdition, Farrakhan, is revealed. That's what's going on here. But the dragon still has authority because the crowns represents authority is with the European countries. See, there's 6 wings, Satan and his 6 wings. European countries are ruled by Satan. Satan is the god of this world, and this world is ruled by the Caucasians. The top 2 are the Shia, they're the European Muslim. The top 2 of each nation are the Muslim part of that nation, the Islamic part of that nation. It's like with the horns, the moon up there as part of the Asian nation, right? They're the Muslim part. But here we see it separated with the top. So we see here in 1990, the Gulf War, so-called Gulf War, when the Shia, Iran, and Syria is cast down. And during that time, Suleiman, right, the lamb, which is represented by the sun, comes and attempts to minister to the NOI, Nation of Islam, under Farrakhan, and is rejected. So this is the structure here. 1990. Okay. Now this is after the war takes place. The war that is about to happen. This is about to happen where America, Britain, and false Israel, Satan, is cast out of the Middle East as talked about in the chapter 12 of the Angel, aka Revelations. This is about to happen. See? And at this point, the dragon authority is still with the European countries. But this war is about to take place. In fact, the war is happening now. It just haven't reached the boiling point. We see Afghanistan has just been, um, Afghanistan has just defeated European countries, and that's a country that's the neighbor of Iran. In fact, it used to be part of the Persian Empire because Iran is the old Persian Empire, and their language, Pashtun, I believe it is an old Iranian language. So this is what's about to happen here. So we see authority at this point is still with the European countries. Now we see the power shift as talked about in the angel, aka Revelations, where you have the beast who has 7 heads and 10 horns, with the crowns upon his horns. That represents a power shift to the beast, from the dragon to the beast. In chapter 13, it talks about that the dragon gave his great power, his authority, to the beast. That means a power shift. So America is at war with China and North Korea and Russia and the EU, who has turned on them. They're at war. So the Europeans are warring with each other. As the Quran said, he will let some of them surge against others. So now they're at war, and the Asian and Oriental countries take advantage of that, and there's a great power shift. Now they're the most powerful. They're the superpowers. And we see China emerging as a great superpower, and they're very angry with America and Britain. We see that in Daniel, where it says that the goat coming across the west without feet touching the ground. It means he's coming over the Pacific Ocean. And he's very angry at the ram who has 10 horns. That's America and Britain. He takes Britain down first, then he takes America down. Okay. That's what this going. So this power shift. So now you got the beast and you got the dragon. That's what it's talked about. Same key hasn't changed. It's just the power shift here. That's about to happen. See, when America goes to war, everything, when America gets kicked out of the Middle East, everything will change. They immediately go to war, and the power shift is going to be with China and India, and then they're going to invade America and Britain and take them out. Here we see the dragon and his 7 heads and the crowns upon his heads. We see the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns, the crowns upon his horns. That's the beast, the power shift. And then we also see another beast who has 7 heads and 10 horns, and no crowns on his horns nor upon his heads. That represents, it said this beast will be alongside the beast that has 7 heads and 10 horns and his crowns upon his horns. So that represents the Asian nation, the Oriental nation, which is called Death and Hades, and then the other beast that will be alongside them. That would be the non-Islamic African nations that will be with them when they invade America. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. This is what that means. Okay, Assalamu alaikum.